In this video, I'm going to show you how to safely self-pop, crack, or release your knuckles and fingers. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So I'm sure at one point in your life you had somebody yell at you to stop cracking your knuckles because it was going to cause arthritis. Well, the good news is there's no definitive link between cracking your knuckles and getting early arthritis. And I'll leave a link in this video's comment section and description to tell you a little bit more about that. Instead, constantly cracking your knuckles can cause an annoying habit, especially to your coworkers, and it can give you the urge to take it a little bit too far, causing irritation and inflammation in the soft tissues that support the knuckles and the fingers, especially if you do the old smash technique. So I want to show 4 safe alternatives to the smash technique that will safely self-pop, crack, or release your fingers and your knuckles. Each method works just a little bit differently. To get the best results, go through them all and use what works best for you. With that being said, let's get started. So let's start with one of my absolute favorite ways to be able to self-pop, crack, or release a knuckle or finger. This one is called the Vulcan Method because we're going to make a Vulcan sign just like this. So whatever finger or knuckle that you're looking to crack, let's say it's your index finger, what we're going to do is target the bottom knuckle first. So you're going to make that Vulcan sign and then you're going to clamp right on that finger right above that knuckle. Just get a very good clamp on there. The movement from here is very straightforward. What we're trying to do is pull on the finger like this to create a deep opening traction or a pulling motion to release that joint. With this one, go lightly with it to the point where it's a deep opening stretch, not causing any discomfort or it doesn't feel like it's going to have the finger rip off. If that knuckle is locked up, the odds are you'll get that satisfying pop that you're looking for. But if you don't feel it, no big deal. Just hold this comfortably for about 3 seconds, release it, and then keep repeating this over and over again until that knuckle releases or it just feels nice and loose. From there, what I like to do is then move up to my middle knuckle and then repeat this. If you do find that one knuckle just doesn't want to release, to take this one to the next level, what you do is pull on it in that original stretch and then you're just going to do a slow turning or twisting motion like this. It just opens up the joint a little bit more and you might finally get it to release. So give that a try over the bottom and the middle knuckles. So for the top knuckle right here, what we're going to do is take our thumb and our index finger and we're just going to clamp right above that knuckle and we're just going to pull on it, and then what I'd like to do is that twisting or turning motion just like this. But give that a try over all of the knuckles. You'll find that it probably just is able to release them without having to smash your hands like this, and it's something that you can pretty much do throughout the day. So another really easy way to be able to self-crack or pop a knuckle is by doing what is called the pop-top method. So for this one, we're going to mimic the motion of popping a top off a bottle. So whatever finger or knuckle that you're looking to pop, let's say it's the middle knuckle right here on my index finger, what you're going to do is take the hand on the other side, bend your finger right here, your index finger, and stabilize right below that knuckle. I like to go just a little bit past it. And then from there, I'm going to take my thumb and support right on the top of that knuckle. The movement from here is very straightforward. We're going to pull like this to create an opening traction into the joint. Actually, my knuckle just popped right there. But you're just going to pull on it like this and then lift up. So it's a motion of pulling and then lifting up like this to create a lot of tension into that knuckle. And the odds are, if it is locked up, you'll get that satisfying self-pop, crack, or release that you're looking for. But don't try to force it, just a light opening stretch. If it wants to go, it will go. So from here, if it doesn't go, try to do this about 3 to 5 times, just kind of pulling on it and building into it with each repetition. And if it needs a little bit more to take this one to the next level, what you can do is get back into that original stretch of pulling and then lifting and then doing a little bit of a turning motion like this. Opens up the joint a little bit more. You might finally get it to pop. But it's just a really easy way to be able to target those knuckles in a very safe way, and you can do this over all of the fingers. So with this exercise, we're going to show the thumb a little bit more love. If you're having a lot more pain and it feels like this area right through here needs to get popped, especially like right at the wrist, or this bottom knuckle right here, give this method a try. The first thing that you want to do are called thumb circles. So we're just going to make a big wide circle like this with our thumb. I like to try to build into this movement as much as I can, making as big of a circle as I can, and do this about 5 to 10 times in one direction and then switch it up in the other direction. If those joints are locked up, you can get your thumb to crack just by doing this movement. So if you need a little bit more, what you do is you take your thumb and you pretty much just reach across your palm, trying to bring it towards your pinky right here as much as you can. You should feel a deep opening stretch right here at the wrist that goes all the way up to this bottom knuckle. What you want to do is hold this position right here for 3 to 5 seconds, release it, and then repeat this a couple more times. Again, if this is locked up, you might get that satisfying pop that you're looking for. But if it doesn't go, this is how we can take it to the next level. We're going to reach across just like this, build up as much tension as we can right here over the thumb. We're going to then take our fingers and then cup around our thumb. The movement, what we want to do with our fingers right here is curl and pull the thumb towards our pinky like this. So you can kind of see how I'm just kind of clamping down and then pulling on it like this. What this will do is open up the area from here to this bottom knuckle, and if it's locked up, you can definitely get it to pop, and it usually feels pretty good. So I like to hold this one couple seconds, release it, do it a couple more times, see how it feels. If it feels pretty loose, you're good to go. So if you need to target a little bit more right up here on the top knuckle of the thumb, what you want to do is that pop top method that we just did. So we're going to take our index finger and thumb on the other side. We're going to clamp right here below the thumb joint and then support above it with our thumb. We're just going to pull on it like this, lift up. Actually, I don't know if you just heard it over the video, but my thumb just popped right there. You're just going to pull, lift up like this, and then you want to do a light turning or twisting motion like this to get the thumb to open up a little bit more. But give that a try, and I hope that offers a lot of pain relief. So here's a really easy way to be able to crack your fingers and knuckles using no pushing or pulling motions whatsoever. So if you have a lot of arthritis in the hands, give this one a try because it really helps open up the whole hand. What we're going to do is what is known as piano fingers. The first thing that I like to do is focus a little bit more on this top knuckle right here. So imagine taking your fingertips right here and then curling them forward. But again, what we're trying to do is move through that top knuckle. You're going to curl your fingertips and then bring them down towards the top of your palm. What you want to do is just press into your palm lightly until you feel a lot of tension build right here into these top knuckles. And if those joints are locked up, you might get that sudden pop or release that you're looking for. But just a light press, hold this, and then do it about 5 times. And with each repetition, build into it just a little bit more. To focus a little bit more on the middle knuckle, what we're going to do is the same thing, but we're going to focus on moving through that middle knuckle. And it might take a little bit of coordination with this one. So let's bend that middle knuckle and now curl our fingertips down towards the middle of our palm, just like this. Again, we're going to try to build tension into those joints, hold that comfortably, release it, and then repeat this 5 times. For the bottom knuckle, what you want to do is pretty much keep your fingers straight and then focus on moving through this bottom knuckle. So we're just going to lower our fingers down just like this and then curl our fingertips towards our wrist. You should really feel it right across here on these bottom knuckles. Again, we're just going to hold that for a couple seconds, release it, repeat this 5 times. So let's take this one to the next level and now focus on piano fingers. So imagine a keyboard right out in front of you and you're just playing it like this with your thumbs and your fingers. What I like to do is just a big wave, exploring as many movements as possible with my fingers. If you do have one finger or a couple fingers that feel like they're really the biggest problem, like these two need to be released, at that point you can just concentrate on those fingers. Just try to build into these movements as much as possible, going up and down like this, but also open up your fingers and do the same thing. You're trying to find that one movement that will finally get it to release. But I like to do this about 5 seconds, relax, repeat this as needed. So if you really want to take this one to even the next level, you can do eccentric piano fingers just like this. So what you want to do is contort your fingers as much as you can like like this. So I'm just kind of curling my knuckles. I'm just moving my fingers in as many different positions as possible. And I like to kind of like tense my fingers up while I do this because it builds tension. But the odds are you're going to find that one spot that just finally gives that satisfying self-pop, crack, or release. But again, this is a really good exercise that will build a lot of range of motion into the hands and the fingers, and you can use this throughout the day. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.